Hi Mike, my name is Panyia, and in this video I'm going to show you 3 things you can do today to help bring in more customers to your business. So you're most likely sitting there asking yourself, why would I be doing this and what's in it for me? Well, you're lucky because I read minds, and the answer is, oftentimes in the world of the internet, most local business owners are too busy running their business to learn how the internet can benefit them and their company. And sometimes the only hesitation they have to hiring someone is that they don't know who is an expert and who isn't. So I found that by giving people an easy free attack plan of actual things they can do to impact their business for free has resulted in some of these local business owners raising their hands and saying, I like you, Panyia, do this for us. So if by the end of this video you like what you heard and you see that I have a lot of tricks on my sleeve that can help with your business, shoot me an email or a call back and we can definitely chat. Or if by the end of this video you simply want to take this information and do them yourself, that works for me as well. So now let me show you 3 things that will set your company above your competition and not waste any more of your time or mine. So the first thing I want to talk about is content. So everything you see me highlighting here, all of these are considered content. And basically, content is what Google uses to understand what it is that your business does and the services that you guys provide in order to rank you guys and bring customers to your business. When we talk about content, it's not just what's on your website or on the surface of your website, but also what's behind it. For example, if we save this image, we can see that this is what it's saved as, and this is actually what Google is reading. And from what I can see, it doesn't look like you guys have those keywords that people are looking on Google hidden behind your images. So this is definitely something I would recommend you guys to do, is to put those keywords into your images. That way it can help with your content. So most business owners know that they need content, but what they don't know is that the average length of the #1 result on Google for remodeling company is at least 1,500 to 2,400 words. So for you to show up on the top of Google, you need at least 1,500 words on your homepage with the right keywords. And right now, when I copy and paste your content into this word counter, we see that you guys have about 1,000 words. And if we compare that to your competitor, Kitchen Mart is one of your top competitor. When I type in the keyword kitchen remodeling Sacramento, California, as we can see, they are top on the list. So what I did was I also copy and paste their content into the word counter. And as we can see, they have about 1,600 words, to which you guys are only shy of a couple hundred words. So what we can do is match the length of keywords as well as adding more content so you guys can beat your competitor. So what I did next was go into this tool that I use called Ahrefs. This is a super cool tool to use because we're able to see behind the scene of what is happening behind a website. So when I put in your website into this tool, we can see that you guys have 21 keywords that you guys are ranking for, and that is bringing in 5 in traffic. So from what we can see with your keywords, we can see here that you guys are ranking for some of the keywords that are in Modesto, and it looks like most of them are in Modesto, but something I would recommend, since Modesto isn't the only location you guys service at, is Sacramento, to include keywords like bathroom remodel Sacramento, or included in the other service area you guys service at. For example, if we look at your competitors, we can see that they have 1.1K in keywords, and that's bringing in 1K in traffic. And if we look into their keywords, we can see that some of the keywords that they are ranking for is kitchen remodeling Sacramento, kitchen remodel Sacramento, and these keywords are bringing in a total of 150 and 300 search volume, to which you are missing out on because you guys are not being found for these keywords. So we definitely want to include these keywords as well as other high intent keywords into your website so you guys can bring in these traffic to your website. The second thing I want to talk about is citation. So I went to Google and typed in kitchen remodeling Sacramento, California. The first thing we're going to see is the sponsor and ads section. This is the section where businesses are paying Google to be up on. However, study does show that ads are only semi-effective and can definitely become a money pit if they're not effective. And especially when Google is allowing user to block off ads, that can definitely become a hindrance to your business if you are using ads. Scrolling down, this is the area where citation matters. This area is called the Google Map Hack or the Maps. Citation is basically your business name, address, and phone number listed throughout various directories such as Yelp, Yellow Book, Whitebook, and even Facebook have an area where you could submit a citation. So why does citation matter? So citation matter because the more citation you have, the more relative you are to Google, and the more likely Google will push you up to the top 3 of the maps. And having more citations shows Google that you are a real established business. Scrolling down, this is the third and last thing I want to talk about. This area is the organic section. This is where 70% of your traffic will come from. And you guys want to be on the top 3 because this is where customers usually click on. So in order to get here, you need authority. And how do you get authority? Well, it all comes down to backlink. And backlink is basically one website linking to another website online. So think of it like this. If site A links to site B, then site A is giving site B some of its link juice, kind of like a vote of confidence. But in Google eyes, this is a passing authority. And the more relative the site, the more valuable the link, because links are not created equally. So let me give you an example. One of the services you provide is kitchen remodeling. So if you have another website that also provide that service or something similar linking back to your website, that would be more effective than, let's say, Pizza Hut linking back to you, because hey, you don't sell pizza for a living, right? So that would be irrelevant for your website, and you do not want that. So if we go back to the tool that I use, we can see here that you guys have 43 referring domain, and that is giving you guys a total of 61 backlinks. And if we click onto your backlinks, we can see that you guys have a couple spam links, and these are basically the Pizza Hut link that you do not want for your website. So something we can definitely do is go into your links and remove these Pizza Hut link that you do not want and put in more relative links for your website. And what we can do is look into your competitor's link. And what we can do is take all the links that they have and go after them for your own website. And we're not just going to stop there, of course. We're going to add more relative site to your website to beat your competitor. And yeah, that's the end of this video. Once again, we went over content, making sure your front page have at least 1,500 words. Citation, you want to have more citation than your competitor to beat them and get on top of that map. And backlinks, you want more relative site pointing back to your website to show Google that you are the authoritative. And if you implement these strategies today, you can definitely be #1 across Google. And yeah, you can either go with this information I provided you today and do this on your own, and I'm totally cool with that. However, if you want the most effective route and want to save yourself the time, you can give me a call at 916-382-2906. Once again, my name is Panyia and my number is 916-382-2906. Or you can also email me and we can chat. If not, no worries, but I will love some feedback on how I did. And yeah, I look forward to hearing back from you, and have a great day.